my fellow beings, my name is Amanda, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 8 more things that I find are super useful when you have a chronic illness. So, the reason why I wanted to go over a few of these things is just because of how helpful they are to me in my life. So, I hope that you can get something from it, maybe get a few ideas for things that will make your life a little bit easier, because everyone deserves to have a relatively easy life. So, let's begin. The first thing that I wanted to bring up was a weighted blanket. Oh my gosh. I have this fantastic weighted blanket that was given to me, and it has little beads in it, and they're cooling beads so that you don't overheat in it. And this is about 15 pounds of weight, and it's super relaxing, and I really enjoy it when I'm hurting a lot or I'm stressed out. A weighted blanket is something that really helps me a lot. So, weighted blankets. The next thing on my list is a knee pillow. So I have this knee pillow right here. It is by Sharper Image, and it's called Calming Comfort. And it actually has cooling panels in it so that you don't sweat while this is between your knees. This is really helpful because my knees, when they push together, either where the knees touch really hurts or it hurts my hips. So this actually helps when I'm in a lot of pain to help reduce a lot of that pressure that happens when I'm sleeping. And because of the fact that I can't really lay on the back of my head very much because of my cranial cervical instability, sleeping on my side is what I do most of the time, and so this really helps me sleep on my side longer without having to roll over, because rolling over is a process for me. It takes a long time for me to roll over. So this helps me to not have to roll over as often so that I can actually get some sleep. So knee pillows are fantastic. The next thing on my list is a pillow that helps you sit up in bed. This one is not new. I've had this for most of my married life. But it was really useful for when I didn't choose the pattern. I'm just going to say that. And I usually cover it with a towel or a pillowcase so that I can wash the pillowcase or the towel frequently, and then this stays relatively clean. But this is really useful for when I need to stay in bed, but maybe I want to sit up to write in my journal, or maybe I want to sit up to watch TV or something for a few minutes. Then this helps me so that I don't have to be in so much pain while sitting up. So these are fantastic. I have no idea. I think this came from Bed Bath & Beyond, but I've had it for over 10 years, so it's pretty old. But it is super helpful and makes my life a billion times easier. The next thing on my list is a journal. I have journals because they're health journals, and so they go through my life as in, so here's a page of my journal. But it talks about like how much sleep I got when I went to bed, when I woke up, what my heart rate was when I woke up, what my weight is. And the weight thing is not because I'm concerned about my physique. Some of my medications can cause extreme weight gain, so we have to make sure that that's not happening. I have my blood pressure, how I'm feeling that day, what I ate that day, the prescriptions that I took that day, and then at the bottom I just write what I did that day so that I know what I did. But health journals are super helpful, especially when you go into doctor's appointments and they're like, when did you start taking this prescription? You can be like, hold up, let me look. Oh, it was on November 29th or whatever. But even though I write in a journal and I consider it a have to write in my journal, I always want my journals to be fun and something that I look forward to looking at. So I get fun journals. So my most current journal is this mermaid one, and it's a fantasy mermaid. She has a shell on her head and whatnot, and then on the back is a merman. She's riding a lionfish, and he looks like he's riding a shrimp or a prawn. I think that's a lobster. Never mind. He's riding a lobster. But it's just because I'm a scuba diver and I consider myself a mermaid, I got a journal that was fun. And so even though I consider this I have to write in my journal so that I can keep up on my health, I make it fun for me so that when I look at it, it makes me happy. So journals are really cool, are very helpful, but I always suggest doing something that makes you happy so that it's not so much of a chore having to write in it. The next thing on my list is my slippers. So I have this pair of slippers. They are a black cat. They're made out of felted wool. And of course I have a black cat. Like why wouldn't I have a black cat? But the point is that they're super comfortable. They keep me warm. And so I don't have to wear socks around the house. Because socks tend to put indents. No matter how loose the socks are, they put indents in my skin, and that really hurts. And so I can keep my feet warm and comfortable without having to put on something that's going to put pressure sores on me. So slippers, get yourself a pair of slippers that, one, you enjoy, so when you look at them they make you happy, but also one that makes you comfortable, one that helps you around the house so that you can be as comfortable as possible. The next thing on my list is a TENS unit. This is from Tech Care. I really love this TENS unit. So these are the little pads, and I stick them on my neck because most of the focal pain that I have is in my neck because of my cranial cervical instability. And this is a fantastic TENS unit. My husband got it off of Amazon, and it's just a really good TENS unit. So what it is that it just sends electric current to wherever you put the pads. It's really nice for when you're in a lot of pain, and maybe you're taking a lot of medications and you don't want to take more medications to attempt to hopefully bring down the pain level, or you know darn well that the medication that they told you to take doesn't work or whatnot. This is a good alternative. Is it going to take away all of your pain? No. I'm not going to say that it is. I'm not going to be stupid and say that TENS units solve all of your problems, but it is a great supplementary pain management device for those that are in a lot of pain, and it can help with backaches, neck pain, knee pain, calf pain, whatever. It is really good for muscles. So I highly suggest a TENS unit. I love this. Okay, so the next thing on my list is a lap desk. And this one is really cool because it has a little pocket here where it has a light inside that you hook into the desk, and then you can turn it on. These are super helpful for maybe you have a Zoom call and you want to have your computer a little bit higher up on your lap so that you can have your Zoom call. I have a lot of doctor's appointments. I have weekly doctor's appointments, and I always put my computer on my lap desk, open it up, and then I can have my Zoom meeting from the comfort of my chair. These are also helpful for if you want to do crafts while sitting in your chair, or if you can't get up, you can do things. I paint my nails on this thing. So lap desks are fantastic. This one is called Sophia and Sam, and I believe this was bought from Bed Bath & Beyond. I want to say that it was. I could be wrong. This one has a memory foam backing, which is really nice, so that when it's sitting on me, it's good. I will flip it around because it has this slant right here, and I will sometimes turn it this way so that the big end is near me, so that if I want to eat, it will sit on my lap and be straight instead of slanting down, so I can put my plate on here so that I can eat. So these things are fantastic. And if for any reason that you're in bed or on a chair for long periods of time, this guy is wonderful. The very last thing that I want to bring up is actually an app. And this isn't sponsored, but I highly recommend this app. And I'm not really sure if it's all over the United States or if it's overseas. I'm not sure, but it's called the Overdrive app. And Overdrive actually hooks up to your local library. So if you're like me and you listen to a lot of audiobooks and maybe you don't want to pay for everything, because I would be spending a lot of money on audiobooks. But the library is a fantastic place to get books. But right now a lot of them aren't open, so, you know. But the Overdrive app is an app where you can rent books from your local library, and you just put in your library card number and it will hook you up to your closest library. I'm actually really lucky that I am able to be hooked up to 3 different libraries. I'm close enough to 3 different libraries, and they're all in the same library system, so I can go to each library and find books. And it's amazing how many books you can find that are audiobooks that you can listen to. They also have ebooks, they also have movies, they also have TV shows. It's amazing. And so for someone that listens to a lot of audiobooks, because I'm down a lot, and sometimes I just physically cannot look at a screen, I cannot watch TV. Sometimes I have to have the lights out because I'm having a migraine at that time, and so having an audiobook playing where you can just have it quietly playing so you can hear it enough, but it's not interfering with anything, and so I can focus on that instead of how much pain I'm in. Audiobooks are fantastic. And while you can get audiobooks from a lot of different apps, this is one app that you can get audiobooks for free. Is it a guarantee that the book you want to read is there? No. There's been plenty of books that I can't find. But there have been so many books that I have found that has made it very worth it to have this app. So if your local library has Overdrive, or a new one is called Libby, I highly suggest downloading one of those apps so that you can start borrowing audiobooks or ebooks or TV shows or movies from your local library. So those are my 8 things that I find are very helpful for someone with chronic illnesses. I hope that you found this interesting. I hope that you got something from it. Maybe there were a few things that you hadn't thought of before that can help you out in your own life. And I hope that you can take some of these things and apply them to your life so that you can have a much easier time, because you deserve to be happy and you deserve to have the easiest time possible. If you are interested in learning about chronic illnesses, handicaps, disabilities, or just life in general with chronic illnesses, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And go ahead and click that like button if you did like this video, because that tells the YouTube algorithm that this video needs to go up in front of more people. And I say it does. Why not? But you don't have to do any of that. It is completely up to you whether or not you want to click subscribe or click like. It's up to you. Remember to be kind. Kindness is free, so give it out to everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.